This is Papabrad's Gaming with a walk and talk about this week's arcade news. I'll be talking about Arcade1Up, iiRcade, and AtGames. This is Papabrad's Gaming coming at you with a walk and talk, talking about this week's home arcade news. First off, a shout out to the Super Game Room dudes. P-Dubs is legit. Michael B. the Game Genie's also an awesome guy. Shout out to Detroit Love and Nostalgia as well. Check out the Super Game Room dudes. Great show. Comes on Friday before the Friday Night Arcade show. Good show. Always watch it either live or I watch it on replay. But I catch it every week. I don't think I've missed a week. But check them out, Super Game Room dudes. So, home arcade news. Let's start with iiRcade. iiRcade comes out with big news. Saturday night, Glenn's retro show drops that you'll be able to play Sindens gun games on the original iiRcades with its control panel. That's great. Community, iiRcade community has wanted that, and it's going to be a great upgrade. Who doesn't like to have great controls? I mean, I find the controls are pretty good to start with, but he'll be adding things like a trackball, push-pull spinner, gate switchers, so you can go from perfect 4-way to perfect 8-way controls. These are all huge upgrades.
So you guys not being left behind, if you have the legacy cabinet, we are going to make sure you can play with the Sindens light gun. We're going to make sure you have the USB control panel from GRS and support other future enhancements coming down the road.
Who doesn't like great controls? The 4-way gate switcher, the push-pull spinner, the awesome GRS trackball, volcano buttons, and compatibility with the Sindens light guns for the legacy iiRcade cabs. It's a massive win for iiRcade. And kudos for iiRcade for waiting till Glenn felt like it was ready to be released. iiRcade tends not to rush things. From here on out, it seems like they know it's going to work before any news leaks out. And that's really the way it should be. But including the OG iiRcade backers, people that have the original cabs, letting them join in the fun with the light gun games like Operation Wolf. Operation Wolf is a killer game, rated at a 9 out of 10. It's definitely well deserved. Gameplay is fantastic. It's a good game. You're not going to beat it right away. It's not a game you can quarter through. It takes a good amount of skill. And it's an excellent first light gun game for iiRcade. Happiness is a warm gun when I hold my Sindens in my arms and I feel my finger on its trigger. I know iiRcade has done this game right. Looks like it's going to be great. So, kudos to Glenn. Looks like he's on his way to releasing a killer product, which will include everyone in the party that is Sindens light gun games on the iiRcade. Arcade1Up seems to have lost their way this week. They released a video of Fast and Furious. Game kind of looks like a hot mess. Sounds like it's a port, and you're basically getting one game that's split to look like two games. Not too good. Not surprising, but not too good. You know, the Fast and Furious, my advice is wait for reviews. People are going to have that cab. It's going to get reviewed by tons of content creators. Watch a bunch of them. You know, the review is probably somewhere in the middle. Also, what's up with the FOMO train? The worst thing you can do as a consumer is to pre-order an Arcade1Up. I pre-ordered one, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I regret it. It was a mistake. I'll never pre-order again. And all the content creators, woo woo, they're getting on the pre-order train, posting those pre-order pictures for Fast and Furious. It's ridiculous. I mean, is your channel there to pump up Arcade1Up or to help gamers? Wait for reviews, be smart. And if you're a consumer, wait for deals. They all go on sale. If you have to be the first one on the block, and really the only people that need them first really are content creators so they can get more views, which is ridiculous. That's the way this YouTube game works. Yeah, you can get them first. You can pay the $600 and you'll see them on, you know, Facebook Marketplace 3 months later. Content creators dumping these cabs. Arcade1Up news. A little while back I made a video called What Arcade1Up is Doing Right. It's a good video. Talked about positive experience I had with Arcade1Up customer service and warranty. And it was great. But I'm hearing some very mixed reviews. And not everyone seems to be getting the same service. It seems to be very hit and miss. I know that PD7, Phil, had a marquee that went out. It's gonna be like over $100 to replace a marquee. You know, a lot of us buy these cabs when they're on sale for like 300 bucks. So that's too much, it's too expensive. He decided to instead get it from elsewhere. And that's a case where warranty did not work. And one of the things they said they were doing right was warranty, but this week, apparently, the wind has changed. And I've heard several horror stories of Arcade1Up warranty. Here's a good one right now, coming right at you.
Hey guys, just wanted to check in. So having issues with my Star Wars Arcade1Up pinball. It just crapped out on me. I never did any type of mods on it. Contacted Arcade1Up and through 100 different email, it seems like they made me do all kinds of different things, bypass this, do that, all to tell me, which I already knew, that my PCBA had gone out. So instead of replacing it, because their 90-day warranty had expired, they made me pay $80 for a new PCBA. Then, that's not the kicker. That pissed me off too. But then they have the audacity after they ship it to tell me that I have to send back the defective PCBA that I bought. I purchased the replacement part. Why the hell would I have to send back a defective part so you can refurbish it and sell it to some other sap for free? Yeah, I'm pissed this morning. As you can tell, I've still got wet hair because unbelievable. What kind of customer service do you have? No customer service, apparently. Well, your reputation is going down the tubes. I have 6 so I'm no stranger to Arcade1Ups. I'm a collector. I was a good customer, but not anymore. Sorry, it's laundry day. Not any pissed. I will never buy another Arcade1Up product, and I'm going to slam them every chance I get on Facebook and their other media platforms. Can't leave a Google review for them, for whatever reason. Like those big companies, you can't leave a Google review for them. But yeah, it's ridiculous. So the audacity to ask me to ship back a defective part after I paid for the replacement part is ridiculous. Do better. And it doesn't matter if you do better, because I'm not buying your shit anyway.
Another content creator that I absolutely love, go subscribe to PD7. He's one of the best new content creators for Arcade1Up stuff especially. But, you know, he had a problem with one of his marquees. Cab wasn't that old, no warranty. Over $100 for a warranty on one of these cabs is ridiculous. I mean, that's an insult. Of course, he went through an alternative source, which he shouldn't have to do on a Arcade1Up product. And he ended up fixing his marquee without using Arcade1Up warranty. So I would say whatever you changed Arcade1Up, maybe go back to what I was hearing before. I was hearing a lot of positive stories in the community. This week's been all negative. You know, I think you got to take care of your customers. If you want to keep customers, you get one angry customer that makes some YouTube videos, you're losing a lot of sales. And customer service is important for all the companies. Don't care what it is, whether it's AtGames, iiRcade, Arcade1Up. When you have a problem with a product and it's successfully resolved, you get some loyalty to that brand. It's a chance for them to gain a customer for life. When you have a customer service problem and it's handled well, it makes you feel good about the company. Like, for example, My Big Blue, they helped take care of my control panel when it went out. I was just playing the game, everything stopped working. And I appreciate that. That makes me more likely to buy more Arcade1Up products, which I'm sure I'm gonna buy some soon, because there's a couple cabs that I like. Arcade1Up news. Hasn't been a great week for them. We'll start with Fast and Furious. They put a video out. I believe John D sent it to UAG. Another mistake that Arcade1Up is doing. They're using toxic YouTubers to push their stuff. You know, someone that will make personal attacks on a person in a stream should not be a brand ambassador. That's my opinion. You know, if you don't like it, you can leave this video right now. But a company as big as Arcade1Up supporting someone, acting the way he's acting, it's not a good look. Looks like the Fast and Furious cab is going to be a hot mess. From the video, looks like all the game footage is from one port of the game. It's, you know, it's not really the arcade game you're getting. You don't get the cars, you don't get the stars. I mean, how fast and how furious is that game going to be? I mean, the cabinet looks cool. Does not have the correct artwork. It's not really the arcade game. I mean, do you feel like paying $600 for a Wii port? I don't think that's a good value. We will see how the game plays. Hopefully the game is really fun, but it's not really the arcade game. It really has no nostalgia, I think, value. The funny thing is, too, you see YouTubers pre-ordering this Fast and Furious cab, which I think is hilarious. They're just pulling the FOMO train back up in the station. Woo woo! Get that FOMO train running. Ridiculous. One thing I've learned as a consumer, person that buys my Arcade1Ups, I pre-ordered one, I'll never do it again. Wait for reviews. There's no reason not to wait. Reviews will come out on that cab for sure, but I would wait for a review. Especially since it's pretty much an original game that's unproven. You know, just wait for a review. Another interesting thing, seems like Arcade1Up is pushing this Fast and Furious cab to Sheline. Someone who actually said they didn't want to review it, which is interesting. It's an interesting call. I think Arcade1Up has the worst common sense in working with YouTubers. Arcade1Up, you need to start looking at some of the positive YouTubers that are out there, putting out positive, good content. It's getting stale. And when a big company backs someone that's making hate streams, I gotta ask, what is that company thinking? The image of that company is not good. Someone who's been personally attacked this week by a slightly bigger YouTuber. It's ridiculous. Get a life. We shouldn't be attacking each other publicly. This guy has my messenger. He's not blocked. He can reach out to me anytime, but what he's looking for is drama clicks, drama views. Well, guess what, chump? I'm not playing. Meanwhile, in the background, AtGames is building the Death Star. They've got 4K pinball. They've got 4K home arcade in the works. Literally, AtGames, they're building the Death Star. I think their stuff is going to be absolute fire when it's released. And they are not rushing it out. That's another good sign that AtGames is doing the right thing. Leave a comment what you think is going on with AtGames. I think they're well in development, and I am hyped for what they release next and what their next move will be. I expect it's going to be good. AtGames has been very good about continually upgrading their products. As a longtime AtGames owner, I can tell you this machines have just gotten better and better over time. So kudos to AtGames building the Death Star in the background. You know, no one's talking about it. That doesn't mean that they're not working on it though. As I walk around this giant shopping complex, this is going to be a walk and talk place for me. I like this place. It's fun to walk here. But you see, JCPenney's out of business. You know? Who shopped at Penny's? I didn't shop there much. But unfortunately, looks like they're gone. Just want to take a moment to talk about certain home arcade YouTubers that are making personal attacks on me. I think you're very wrong. You're way off base. You know, I think Arcade1Up, you should not be backing someone that's making this kind of content. It's a bad look for your company. Making personal attacks is not okay. The guy has my messenger. He can message me anytime. He's not blocked. He's choosing to create this drama for clicks and views. And guess what? I'm not participating. You need to stop. You need to stop sending people out to attack me. I'm just done with it. This is a quick message to the drama channels. I mean, I'm not really interested in what you're selling. You know, I'm not going to come on your show and be outnumbered 3-1. I'm not participating in your drama. You need to grow up. This isn't high school, you know. Stop trying to attack people for what they like and don't like. You've already gatekeeped this community to the maximum extent that it can be gatekeeped. I'm fine with that. I'll have my own lane. My lane will be cool. I'll have cool people that I like all around me. But, you know, it is what it is, you know. Good job gatekeeping the community. Good job keeping it stale. Arcade1Up, you need to start looking at some of these fresh content creators that are producing good content. And I'm not going to list them all, but there are tons of excellent content creators that are way more positive and will put your company in a better light than who you're using. I would reassess your connections with some of these channels because they're straight up toxic. They are toxic cesspools. You know, it's my opinion. I'm here for the games and the people. You know, I'm not here for the drama. You know, if you want to spread misinformation and looks foolish, that's on you. But I'm also not about that. I'm not putting out a bunch of misinformation. I don't have any agendas. My agenda is for my audience and for the people that like home arcades. I'm there for the gamers. I'm not there for any of these companies, really. It's about the games and the people that play the games. And that's what, you know, that's what I think good YouTubers should be doing. They should be listening to their audience. Another thing, if you don't like someone, let's say you don't like me, it's real simple. Just block me. Block me, you know? If you don't like someone, block them. If it really bothers you, I have no problem with that. But don't make personal attacks on me over my opinion. People can have an opinion. It should never result to personal attacks. I have people on my shows all the time that have totally different opinions than me. I never make personal attacks on them. I treat everybody with respect, and I expect to be treated with respect. And I'm not being treated with respect. You know, I look at a community, you know, someone approaching 2,000 subs, hasn't been invited on any of these shows. It's ridiculous. This is the most gatekeeped community on YouTube. And that's okay. You know, we'll just make our own lanes and that'll be fine. I think home arcade companies should be looking to content creators that are not doing drama streams. It's a bad look. I mean, it leaves a sour taste in a lot of people's mouth. And, you know, you can do whatever you want. I'm done. So let's check out what's new in Best Buy this week. Lots of adult action figures in stock. Shout out to CT Jason. Check out my interview with CT Jason, recently posted on Papabrad's Gaming. Who doesn't love the Gremlins? Some cool 80s stuff. I love the speak and spell in this ET. Very cool. Thundercats. Had a bunch of Predator figures. Most of them were from Predator 2. Check out Mr. Home Arcade's video where the Predator has arrived in the Drunk He-Man universe. Very cool. Shout out to Mr. Home Arcade. Thank you for stopping by Papabrad's Gaming. Some more Gremlins. Yes, it's true. We do love dinosaurs. I mean, how cool is that? This Gremlin is cool. He has a chainsaw. Check that out. He's got a giant chainsaw and a skateboard. Shout out to Drunk Britney Spears, who we used for a promo video for the iiRcadians for fun. Sadly, still not a single Arcade1Up at this Best Buy. What is going on here? They got a blank space on the floor. They got all these cards, and there's not a single Arcade1Up here. The Simpsons for $6.99. That's not going to be a hot seller. Hopefully one day I'll be able to go to my local Best Buy and actually spot an Arcade1Up. This is my tour of Best Buy. Thank you so much for watching this video. Really means a lot to me that you're watching these walk-in socks. These are fun. I enjoy doing these. And hit that like button. YouTube likes that. You can hit unlike. Just give a reaction. That way I know if this content, you're enjoying it. Also, consider subscribing to the channel. Doesn't cost anything to subscribe. If you really want to help the channel, consider becoming a channel member and joining the iiRcadians Illuminati. All the money that's comes from that goes to support the things I do with my YouTube. And I appreciate the support, so thank you. This has been Papa Brad, reminding you to always stay legit.